Coming up, we'll meet USCB's brand new athletic director, and we'll get all the details on the upcoming homecoming parade and football game that will be taking Bluffton by storm. Welcome to the Bluffton News. I'm Anneliza Itkor, and we have a lot to cover. Business, entertainment, and of course, the latest local news. But first, let's start with Bluffton's current headlines. Seniors at Battery Creek and Bluffton High School have been selected as semifinalists in the National Achievement Scholarship Program, an academic competition established in 1964 by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation to recognize outstanding African American scholars. Battery Creek High's Callie Brown has a 4.55 cumulative GPA and has excelled in advanced placement and honors courses. Bluffton High's Ariane Colston has a 4.32 cumulative GPA and has pursued a challenging academic path that includes 10 advanced placement courses as well as honors level classes. Both young women also excel in their extracurricular activities and are very involved in their community. Of the more than 160,000 students who entered the program this year, only 1 in 100 applicants was named as a semifinalist. Although flu season doesn't typically peak in South Carolina until February, state and local health experts say now is the time to get vaccinated. According to local healthcare practitioners, the flu season usually runs from October through May in South Carolina, but because it generally takes the body at least 2 weeks to develop sufficient antibodies after a flu shot or nasal spray is given, it's best to head to the clinic sooner than later. It's too soon to know whether the 2012-13 flu strain will be mild or virulent. The Centers for Disease Control recommends everyone 6 months and older receive the flu vaccine this year. Vaccinations are especially important for pregnant women, people with medical conditions such as asthma, chronic lung disease, and diabetes, and those 65 and older. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and as a way of raising awareness about breast cancer, the imaging department staff members at Coastal Carolina Hospital are inviting the public to have a hair experience at the hospital on October 3rd and 9th. For a $10 donation, you can have pink hair extensions added to your hair by master cosmetologist Samantha McCoy from the Merle Norman Salon of Richmond Hill. Also during the month of October, Coastal Carolina Hospital is encouraging women to make appointments for screening mammograms. Women who have a screening mammogram at the hospital in October will receive a free tumbler and a commemorative pin for breast cancer awareness. As Beaufort County officials rack up complaints about overgrown medians, they're looking to form a beautification committee whose focus would be maintenance of roadway landscaping through partnerships with private citizens and the possibility of privatization. Sites would first be set on Bluffton's Tanger Outlet area to establish joint responsibility with the county. Other ideas include using existing street sweeping contracts for median cleaning and partnering with high schools or universities for beautification. Council members have suggested talking with developers about taking on medians with existing contracts or applying hospitality tax money to landscaping. The county might also take a cue from the city of Beaufort, which has privatized landscaping, a move that makes sense due to the expansion of infrastructure and development. And here's what's happening around the state. Police in Greer say they are looking for a man who impersonated a state law enforcement division officer and followed a woman to her home. Authorities say a woman reported last month that a man in a white sport utility vehicle followed her to her apartment complex. She says the man flashed a star-shaped badge at her and said he was a SLED agent. The woman called for her husband to come outside, and when the husband said he was calling authorities, the man got back in his SUV and drove away. Police are still investigating. Friends and relatives have painted a boat to honor a woman found strangled at a Somerville gas station. A week ago, authorities found the body of 21-year-old Jasmine Marone in a car at a gas station after getting a call about a man making a disturbance. Police noticed the man had blood on his clothes. Then officers found Marone's body under a blanket in the car. 33-year-old James Randall Carpenter has been charged with murder. Richard Marone and some of his daughter's friends gathered in Folly Beach late last week to paint a boat lime green, his daughter's favorite color. 3 former employees at the Savannah River site have been found guilty of submitting fraudulent expenses to the U.S. Department of Energy. The Aiken Standard reports that Jeffrey Richardson of Granitesville pleaded guilty Thursday to fraudulently obtaining funds through an Energy Department per diem program. 2 other men were charged with submitting approximately $54,800 in fraudulent expenses to the Energy Department. George Allen Dick of Loveland, Ohio, pleaded guilty to conspiracy in August. Gary Don Irwin of Clifton, Texas, was found guilty by a jury. All 3 men will be sentenced later. And finally, the director of a Myrtle Beach Church preschool center has turned herself in for failing to report the behavior of one of her teachers. 54-year-old Brenda K. Thomas was released on bond Saturday after turning herself into police. She's charged with failing to report child abuse or neglect. Thomas is the director of the Ocean View Baptist Church Teaching and Learning Center. On Thursday, Mary Lynn Boggs was charged with 3 counts of illegal neglect of a child after parents called to complain that she had harmed their infant daughter. The 46-year-old Boggs was accused of using excessive force to restrain the girl during nap time. For more information on these headlines and more, please check out the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Coming up, BJ Frazier of the Bluffton Sun covers everything there is to know in Bluffton as we bring you hot off the presses.
The smoked chipotle burrito is really good.
Yeah, my zesty cheesesteak burrito's great.
Are you familiar, Pete, with the phrase, don't mess with success?
Yeah.
Because this is not only messing with success, this is taking success to the cliff and shoving success over.
Success said, oh, please, don't do anything, leave me alone.
These burritos didn't even hear that. They heard, oh, put, and that was it. It was just like, wah. Egg everywhere.
Wake up to sirloin steak and fluffy eggs with the new zesty cheesesteak and smoked chipotle breakfast burritos. This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining me now is BJ Frazier of the Bluffton Sun. So, BJ, been kind of a crazy week in Bluffton. I understand that there are some improvements on SC46 that have the bike clubs all a-Twitter.
Yes, in its wisdom, the South Carolina Department of Transportation has installed deep, wide rumble strips on May River Road running out towards Savannah for several miles from Old Town. And the purpose is to keep people from running off the road. You know, they fall asleep or don't pay attention, or they're texting or whatever, and they hit the rumble strips and right away they come back. And South Carolina Department of Transportation claims that causes 60% of the accidents in the state. I don't know, I travel that road every day and I haven't seen cars strewn about. But at any rate, the rumble strips are so deep and wide that the bicycle clubs that use that route, and they're frequently going up and down, have had some serious accidents lately because they drift over a bit into that strip and they obviously lose control and go down, and there's been fractured bones and everything. So rather than fill in the strips, what the bicycle clubs and the state DOT are going to do is meet and figure out a way to kind of limit this in the future. It seems like, once again, unintended consequences by our friendly folks at the DOT.
It brings up a lot of interesting issues because, you know, we have hundreds of miles of bike trails in the area which are accessible to bicycle traffic. But then again, I think a lot of the problems with the drifting traffic has to do with texting. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Moving on to another traffic issue, I understand there's going to be a new traffic light on the Buckwalter Parkway.
Well, if the Pinecrest residents have their way, there will be. But they're talking about putting a light at the corner of Masters Way and Crossings Boulevard, which comes out onto the Bluffton Parkway. And they're claiming that it's dangerous, it takes time to get out there, there's been numerous accidents, and the state is studying it, and thus far they haven't found a lot of accidents, or the traffic flow doesn't warrant it. Either way, Pinecrest is going to have to pay for it because it's a private entrance onto the parkway, and that could cost between $75,000 and $90,000. That's just about what Parker's paid to put their light up. So once they get that bill, maybe that will end the whole discussion.
Absolutely. But then again, I think it's only fair, private community, but it is their right. If they want to pay for it, they can protect their residents.
Certainly.
All right. So excuse the pun, but I understand that somebody is digging up history in Bluffton.
Yeah, the Daughters of American Revolution are digging up some ancestors, not literally, but they're going around to local cemeteries trying to find history in the making. And so far they've found 12 cemeteries, a couple of thousand names, and read more about it in this week's Bluffton Sun. All
right. Thanks so much, BJ. Now we're going to head out to Kelly Caron, who is at the Bluffton Business Expo, and she's taking a look at a couple top-notch businesses in Bluffton.
Hi, I'm Kelly Caron. I'm here at the Seaquin Ballroom in Bluffton, South Carolina. We're here at the first annual Bluffton Business Expo. We're so excited to see all the businesses going on in Bluffton, so let's go in and check it out. This is the first event here at Seaquin Ballroom for the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm with Amy Covington with AFLAC. How are you, Amy?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. How do you feel like this first event is going to help your business?
Well, I think it's important for the business community to know that we are here locally to service them and give them the best possible service and information that we possibly can, and the Business Expo is a great way to do that.
Right, and I know that the Chamber has a lot of membership benefits that come along with being a member. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we do a lot of networking through the Chamber, which is very important for me, and we also offer a lot of Chamber benefits, one of which is we do offer small businesses, AFLAC, as well as other health benefits, as well as coffee networking. We have evening networking.
And I know they do all the ribbon cutting, so hopefully we see a lot of ribbon cuttings.
Exactly.
In the next year.
Yeah, and that really helps small businesses in this community.
Hi, we are here with the team members of the Triad Design Group, and the members are
Lembo,
Blanche, Sullivan,
Christina, Laios.
Thank you guys for joining us at the Chamber event today. How do you feel like this event, with all the growth in Bluffton, is really going to help the next year and the years to come?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity. Businesses have been long wanting an opportunity to get together and network and have an opportunity where they can share each other's business ideas. And we had a really good turnout today. It's in a great environment here at Seaquin Ballroom, and we had a big showing of businesses, and I think everyone really benefited from having this exposure opportunity.
That's great. I really think that, and it seems like everybody does too, that this is just the start of a long relationship among a lot of businesses and new businesses in Bluffton. What do you think?
Definitely.
I agree. I think among everyone being here, we got to network with one another, not just the people coming in the door, but other businesses we learned, and we got to speak with each other. It's been great.
Well, good.
An opportunity of synergy because, for example, you have a banking business. We do brand marketing and graphic design, so they might need our services or know someone who does. Likewise, we may know someone who needs their businesses, so we can help each other.
Right. Well, this is so exciting. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a great day it was today at the first annual Bluffton Business Expo. Thank you for joining us. We tried to get as many interviews as we can, but there's so much business going on. We're just really excited to be here. Hope we see you next year for the second annual.
Kelly, it's great to have you on board, and thanks for a great business report. When we return, we'll meet the new athletic director at USCB, and we'll get the skinny on the big Bluffton Bobcat homecoming parade and football game.
Tara's Men's Den, located beside Tara's Salon at the Moss Creek Village, is a full-service salon for men only. Open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. We offer haircuts, color, highlights, waxing, and treatments for hair loss. No appointment necessary, so come enjoy a relaxing atmosphere for men only, and don't forget senior discounts every Wednesday. Call or visit us today. Our number is 843-837-5555.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining us now is Quinn Monahan, the new kid on the block at USCB. Welcome. Now, Quinn, you come from Belmont Abbey College and SCAD prior to that, and you've been here for about 3 weeks. How has your first month been?
My first month has been fantastic, actually. Everybody at USCB has been very accommodating, very showing a lot of appreciation to me and my family for being here. And certainly the folks of Bluffton and Hilton Head have been very accommodating, have exhibited Southern hospitality at its finest.
Now, what exactly are the current sport offerings that are happening right now at USCB?
At USCB, currently we have 9 sports. We offer men's and women's golf, men's and women's cross country, and men's and women's track and field. In addition, we have 3 team sports: baseball, softball, and women's soccer. We're in the fall season right now. Women's soccer as well as cross country are going on right now in their championship segments. Women's soccer, thankfully we're coming off of last night. We had a big win, our first conference win in our young history of women's soccer at USCB. We had our first conference win against Warner Southern last night, so we're all kind of living on the excitement of that still. It was a big night
now,
for us.
As a new athletic director, I know you're kind of busy evaluating things. Are there intentions to grow the program?
Absolutely. Currently we have 9 sports, as I mentioned. Depending on, obviously, facilities, growth, fundraising, kind of how things roll, the intention would be to add sports, most definitely. Currently, we're looking at, assuming we can get a field house or a facility on campus, we're looking at adding most likely men's, women's basketball, as well as volleyball. We'll always look to see what is the current and most realistic sports for us to add. Obviously, we'd love to add tennis at some point, men's soccer, as well as possibly swimming, or even men's and women's lacrosse. We're really open. It just kind of depends on what the market and the facilities and fundraising looks like.
That is really exciting. Well, best of luck growing the program, and thanks so much for being here.
Thanks. We're thrilled to be here. I appreciate it.
I am now pleased to welcome Scott Lusby. He is the Student Council Coordinator at Bluffton High School. And Scott, I'm sure you have your hands full right now because there is a huge event coming up, is there not?
Yes, Friday is our big homecoming football game against Beaufort High School.
Now, when is the homecoming parade and where is it going to be held?
The homecoming parade is going to be on Friday before the game at 5:30, and the course typically takes it around H.E. McCracken Circle, so it's nice and short and compact and local.
That's fun. Now, who all participates in the parade?
Really, it's become a community event over the last few years since we've started it. Some student organizations are part of it at the school, our feeder schools, so our friends from the elementary and middle schools around, as well as some local businesses take part as well.
Now, one of my favorite things here in the Low Country is everybody seems to get very excited about high school events. So tell our viewers how we can get tickets and how much they are and what those tickets will include.
Oh, the beautiful thing is that the homecoming parade, there is no charge. All you have to do is find a spot along H.E. McCracken Circle and enjoy the fun.
Now, how about the game itself?
The game itself, I believe tickets are $7 and you can get them at the gate.
Who is Bluffton taking on in the homecoming football game?
Beaufort High School.
All right, and the game starts when?
7:30, ma'am.
All right, so thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know you've got a ton of planning to do. Hey, is there a homecoming king and queen?
Yes, but we haven't figured that out yet. The elections are this week.
Oh, well, that's very exciting. I know this is a really exciting time of year for the kids in high school, so enjoy the week.
I will. Thank you very much for your time, ma'am.
Coming up on the Bluffton News, Rodney Vaughn gets us ready for the weekend with the Bluffton Entertainment Report.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for 2. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are going to love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favourite pan. Now, what's really important is
with Merillat cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
Good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Welcome back. Entertainment reporter Rodney Vaughn is always working hard to help us make the most of our recreation time, and this week is no exception.
Thanks, Anneliza, and I'm here today with Linda Dailey and Jimmie Dailey, and they're the event organizers and planners of the Gopher Hill Festival in Ridgeland, South Carolina. Now, we're obviously not in Gopher Hill, we're in Ridgeland. Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the festival and how did it get its unique name?
Okay, back in the early 1900s, Ridgeland had the railroad depot, the only railroad depot between Charleston and Savannah. And that was also the highest hill on that side. So they said, well, you know, Gopher Hill, I guess, doesn't sound that professional, does it? So we're going to name it Ridgeland, and that's how they got their name.
Okay, give it a little more austerity for the town, for the depot to stop there and everything. Well, that's a really interesting story. And now, and along with the history of that, it's also Jasper County's 100th centennial?
100th birthday.
Wow.
And in conjunction with that, we are honoring retired teachers this year. We're honoring all the retired educators. They're going to be on floats.
Wow.
We have the Grand Marshal who taught many of us and our children. She is 93-year-old Eva Jamison Cleckley.
Oh, what an honor, wow.
And she's gladly riding in the parade this year.
That's
she's
great.
a very funny lady, very witty. Still, you know, she had her little paddle. I think she's going to bring her paddle in the parade.
When you could paddle, kids.
That's
exactly right.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, that's your parade, and there are also other activities. Now, Jimmie, you're the entertainment coordinator.
That's
Can you
right.
tell us about some other things?
Sure. We kick off Thursday, the 4th, October the 4th, at about 5:30 with our annual pink bathtub races.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Down the middle of the street on Railroad Avenue. And then after that, we'll have our talent contest. We'll have a baking contest, and we also have a pet show. And then at dark, we'll have fireworks. And then starting on Friday evening, which will be October the 5th at 6 o'clock, our vendors and foods open up. And then that night we will have beach music starting 8 o'clock with the Fabulous Expressions. And then we'll have a shag contest at 10 p.m. that night and go on until about 12 midnight with the street dance. And then, of course, Saturday we start off with the 5K run in the morning, and then our parade's at 10 o'clock, after which we'll start with opening events. We'll have local entertainment all afternoon. We also have stuff for the children coming in. We'll have Wild Jumps comes with rides. We also have Predators Unlimited, which is an exotic wildlife show with bears and lions and tigers.
Oh, great.
Crocodiles, alligators, snakes. And then we also have Magic Mark coming to perform, and Conrad Hart's Puppets. He's from Buford.
Wow.
Also a local gentleman who used to be with Ringling Brothers Circus, and he now does the marionettes and puppets. And continue with local entertainment, and then that night Jason Courtney Band from Savannah will kick off at 6:30, and then 8 o'clock Confederate Railroad will be there.
Well, now that's your headliner.
That's our headliner at 8 o'clock, Confederate Railroad.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now that's
Very
a
popular.
ton of entertainment to organize, and you have a committee that helps you with all of these
Yes,
things.
we do. Yes.
But when do you start the planning? As soon as the festival's over for
In
next
January.
year?
We start the first of the year. Yes, we do.
Notify
start
everyone and
back.
get everyone out.
We start
Yes,
back.
we do.
We say, all right, let's start thinking of a theme for next year. And it takes that long, you know, to get it back together again and plan and orchestrate.
And one thing we don't do, we don't charge for any of our entertainment. It's
everything's
open
free.
and free to the public.
Okay, wow, that's something
So even
interesting.
the concert on Saturday night with the Confederate Railroad is free of charge. It's open to the public.
Well, that's fantastic. Now, how many people will you be expecting for the event?
10, 15,000.
Usually for
at
the 2
least.
days between 10 and 15,000.
That's super, super
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I wanted to thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Well,
it
thank
is
you for
this
having
week,
us.
Thursday through Saturday.
That's correct.
In Ridgeland, South Carolina, just a little drive up the highway, and we want everyone to come out and enjoy the festivities. And it's the Gopher Hill Festival in Ridgeland. And thank you both.
Thank you very much.
And back to you, Anneliza.
And here's the Bluffton News Pet of the Week. Rescued from a hoarding situation, Iris was very timid when she arrived at our door. Now she is the quintessential smiler. She'll rush up to meet you and loves to play. She still has some trust issues, but will clearly become a devoted family member in a very short time. At approximately 1 year old, Iris is looking forward to a lifetime of love and happiness. To meet Iris or for more information about other adoptable animals, please contact Brookshaven Animal Rescue at 843-757-7387. Thanks for joining me for the news program that is all Bluffton all the time. I'm Anneliza Itkor for the Bluffton News. We'll see you next time.